I don't think the Niners can count on Javon Kinlaw to just be a penciled-in starter. I think they got to look at him as anything they get from him moving forward is gravy.
It's a
And they
bonus.
have to have as bonus, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So they have to have a plan for starting defensive tackle next to Eric Armstead in
Hmm.
case it's not Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah.
So do you think they have that guy on their roster, or are they getting them in free agency or the draft?
To me, this position for me, because I do believe in Drake Jackson and I do believe in the 49ers' ability to grab cheap free agents, the defensive tackle position is the bigger concern for me. That's what I want to see them focus on over the edge this year. Now, Kalia Davis could be that guy for the 49ers. He could
Mhm.
take that step up and be that guy. But I also think they're going to need to draft one as well, if not find one in free agency. But it seems like to me that's a position that they're going to need to approach in the draft in order to find a talented guy if Kalia Davis isn't the man.
At the same time, though, doesn't it seems to me like if there's one position where you could get a quality, grown man, solid, proven player for cheap, it's nose tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A guy who's like not a pass rusher, but you know he's going to give you 15, 16, 17 games, stop the run, and be
Yeah.
what you wanted. Kinlaw to be. Or,
Yeah.
or not what you want. You want a Kinlaw to be Buckner, but be what DJ Jones was. I think you can find that guy. Usually players in their 30s can still do it. To me, the thing is, with Kinlaw, it was the 49ers front office's fault. Like, you knew he had a medical red flag, and you took him anyway. And then the next guy you took is Kalia Davis, who is a medical red shirt. Like, maybe the next guy you bring in a D tackle should not have any of those issues.
Right.
Like, that was never Javon's issue. It was
Yeah.
yours. It was your calculated risk that you took with the
Yeah.
14th pick when Tristan Wirfs and Justin Jefferson were on the board. Generational players who didn't have injury issues, and you did this because you had a need. You're drafting for need. It was never Javon's fault.
Yeah.
That was a risk you didn't need to take. So don't do that anymore. Bring in someone who's just dependable.
Let's
That's all
do
you
that
need.
at every position. How about every position? You don't draft
Yeah.
guys with injury history. Like
The
that would be
only
my
one I would consider this year is Hendon Hooker because he's a quarterback and you can get him in round 3. But otherwise, not in the top 15
No.
on an interior defensive lineman.
Yeah.
No,
find somebody else. Yeah.
find
Don't risk
somebody
it.
else. So I do think this is a position that they could draft this guy. They could get this in round 5 or 6 and get an immediate impact player because teams aren't looking for run plugging defensive linemen, but the Niners are.
Yeah.
The Niners are absolutely.
And maybe Kalia Davis can be that guy. Who knows?
But I do think the Niners, one of their things is they have a really tough time admitting their mistakes. And, if they trade up for a defensive tackle in round 2 to really handle this position, it's them, implicitly stating that they made a mistake with Kinlaw. That's not how they do business. I have a feeling they'll give Kinlaw another chance next year and draft someone late, sign someone on the cheap, or just have Kalia Davis be the competition, which to me, again, is a little risky.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.